Okay, so today I'm going to take you through how to use a spiky ball, or you could use just this is a hard crossball, okay, in certain areas of your body that might be getting tight. I use them mainly on my glutes and piriformis, okay, because they tend to get tight into around your hips, and also it's great for your upper traps and also into your occiput, okay. This is an area in your neck where you can tend to press, and it might be a bit, people tend to say it's a good pain in the back of your head, and it might relieve the tension of the headaches, migraines, and that's usually because of our neck posture. Your neck posture is usually, majority of people will sit like this, okay, so a lot of tension, a lot of work being used for these muscles at the front, okay, and these insert right into the back here. It's shortening here, so your traps are being shortened and everything's pulling, so it's all pulling down as if you're hinging up. You will probably look around and see people at guests all like this and straining their necks, okay? Also, you can also press into your collarbone, okay, your clavicle around here. That can also help to release that tension. I work a lot with the massaging on there. You can also pull into your neck. It looks a little bit gross, but again, trigger pointing. But to be honest, I'd advise you to stick with the balls, especially if you've not done any massage before. But also just some general rubbing around the back of your neck can help in there as well, okay? So I'm going to show you mainly with the spiky ball, but you can use like a hard ball. Some people use their dog's toy balls. You want to have a little bit of give if possible, but don't worry if it doesn't. You might just not want to do quite as much on it because it can leave you quite tender and sore. So I'm going to start off with your glutes. So on your glutes, okay, a little bit like a foam roller, you're going to lift it up and just press it into it. I could even disappear with my butt. And just rolling it around. You'll probably find some areas of tension. I worked my legs a little bit yesterday, so I can feel my glute is quite tight. Another way is popping your leg across, okay? So you're going to probably feel it a little bit more into these glutes, and then twisting your body around as well, okay? Don't feel like you've got to just stay in one position, just twisting around on that glute stretch, putting a little bit more pressure and move it around. And you probably feel that little bit, oh, that hurts, and you'll want to move away off it. Being a sports massage therapist, I have to give it a little bit of time in there and try not to, because I know I do it to my patients. So holding in there into that glute, okay? You can come round to the side even more. Those hips tend to get a little bit tight too. Feeling that stretch onto that side. And around again. Make sure you do the other side as well, okay? Next one is your traps, okay? So just at the top of here, okay, trapezius tend to get quite tight. People tend to feel like there's knots, okay? Or knots are just muscle fibers that are stuck together. We're using them more than you realize. So lie on your back, okay? You can just pop it onto your trap, and even sometimes just moving your shoulder around, you can get it. Other thing I do is lifting my hips up, okay? So you're squeezing your glutes, you're just applying a little bit more pressure on there. Okay, again, do it both sides. You might find it a little bit tight around the back of your shoulder. Okay, again, you can just roll it in there, and you might even want to do some movements as well, okay? Remember, don't go so you're in pain. You just want to loosen off that muscle. A lot of people might be tempted from having their arms around a keyboard. Okay, and then up at your occiput. Some people do this with a hoodie on, okay, so it's not quite as painful and it's got a little protection. So feel right to the base of your skull, okay, and then you're just going to pop it right at the back. You can just hold in there, and then you want to slowly rotate your neck around one way. You might want to hold if it's a little bit tender, and then the same over to the other side. Okay, you might just hold it in certain areas. That feels a little bit tight, and same in to here. Remember, try and avoid your actual neck, so it's right at the top, so you're pressing right into the base of your skull, okay? Rotating around, I feel like mine's a little bit tight, possibly the way I slept last night, into that side and there, okay? You can also roll your feet on it, okay, under the arch of your feet. You don't realise how tight we get under our feet and our plantar fascia and how important all that is. Can tighten up your calves as well. And still, like a foam roller, don't be afraid to use it as well on there. Now, if you're struggling lying down for whatever reason, you can always do some, like your traps against a wall. So just popping it against the wall and just leaning in, rolling around to your side, okay? And some people also, it's going to come back down, you're going to just lean in to your shoulders as well. Okay, just moving up and down, you can feel it in there a little bit tight. So give it a go, especially if you seem to be at your desk quite a bit, but just be careful. If you've done it a couple of times in a row, try and give it a rest. You don't want to do it if you bruise that muscle, okay? You don't want to bruise it and then go on top of it again, okay? Just keep it as you can do. Keep it, can't think of the word. Just be sensible, okay? And yeah, any issues, just drop me a message and I'll be happy to help.